Derek James, the trainer of rising welterweight contender Errol Spence, believes that his fighter would beat not only Kell Brook, but also Gennady Golovkin. I'm going to quote Derek James directly here. He says, Errol would knock both of them out. He spars with heavyweights and cruiserweights every day, and these guys don't have a lot of great skills. The reaction time is too slow. You can see what Brook is thinking. If it were Errol, you wouldn't know what he was going to throw next because he's thinking so fast. All you see is the punches coming, not his thought process before he throws the punch. He goes on to say, I have to talk to Spence about it, and I believe he'll beat Golovkin with skill, power, and speed. But it's up to him to actually take the fight because he knows himself, so I will let him make his own calls. I will ask him when I see him next. Those are the words of Derek James, the trainer of rising welterweight contender Errol Spence. Now this is interesting because I was actually having a discussion several weeks before the Golovkin Kell Brook fight about this very situation, Errol Spence fighting Golovkin, and the people I was talking to, we were all in agreement that Errol Spence would have a better chance against Golovkin than Kell Brook. Mainly because I think Errol Spence is a bit more versatile than Brook. I think he's better on the inside than Brook. I think he might even be stronger than Brook. Errol Spence is very strong. Now, Brook is also strong at welterweight, but I think Errol Spence might even be stronger. He's very, very strong. And yeah, I just think style-wise, he'd have a better chance against Golovkin. He's more well-equipped on the inside. And I do think, I am in agreement, for example, with Richard Dwyer with his take on Golovkin and Golovkin's inside game. I don't think Golovkin's inside game is particularly strong. When I see inside game, I'm talking about him actually standing toe-to-toe, not with any type of space, literally in a phone booth, and fighting somebody there. I don't think he can fight there. I think he needs space. I think he is vulnerable to being smothered and worked on the inside. But it's so intimidating fighting Golovkin. He hits so hard that nobody so far has really wanted to try that for any sustained period, other than Kasim Umar, who did do it fairly successfully. But also, Willie Monroe did it in spots against Golovkin. Now, some people are saying that Golovkin allowed Monroe to hit him. I personally think that Golovkin was in genuine discomfort in that fight, at least from a stylistic point of view, when Monroe decided to come inside on him. I think he was. And I think that is the way, or one of the ways anyway, to beat Golovkin. Errol Spence can do that kind of thing. He can get on the inside. He can smother you. He can fight you up close. However, I still wouldn't pick him to beat Golovkin. I don't think he's strong enough. I don't think he's big enough. And, you know, I just think Golovkin hits too hard. Even if Spence can give him some trouble on the inside, maybe more trouble than Brook did, I think ultimately that power of Golovkin would tell. As strong as Errol Spence is, I think you need somebody stronger than a blown up welterweight. I think you need a legitimate middleweight to employ them type of tactics, or even a super middleweight, if they're going to have any realistic chance of beating this guy. Chris Eubank Jr. in a year's time with a bit more experience might have the best chance. I'm not saying I would pick him to beat Golovkin. I certainly wouldn't at this stage. But if he continues to develop in a year's time, if he employed that type of strategy against Golovkin, I think he might be the guy to give Golovkin the best fight so far in his career. But as far as Errol Spence, he has the right style, but I just don't think he's big enough, not strong enough. Strong, but not strong enough. Those are my thoughts on it. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, or in the comment section below rather. And remember, this is not Errol Spence saying he would knock out Golovkin and Brook. This is his trainer speaking for him. So, you know, his trainer's going to hype up the fighter. His trainer's going to try and keep the fighter in the limelight, and maybe keep himself in the limelight. So it is what it is. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about everything I talked about in this video and everything I quoted, all right? It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.